Hello, hello, hello. I'm Linden Thorp. This is Our Way, Our Wealth, and I'm here every weekend on Saturdays and Sundays. And since the clocks went back, I've been showing up about 11 a.m. instead of noon. So this is a good mid-morning distraction, coffee time, just sitting back and listening to my week. So yesterday I worked on last week. That's my routine, although that will change because next week I've got visitors coming, and the week after, and the weekend after, and the weekend after. So I've got lots of people to come and introduce you to, LinkedIn members and YouTubers too. So let's get started today. I'm going to talk really following on from yesterday. Yesterday, I worked on the idea of digital life because that was the theme last week. And I finished off with a quote which said, "Digital life is not the enemy. Disembodied life is." And that's yours truly. And I really feel that's so true, because yes, we need the digital skills, we need the limited mind to operate everything in our digital lives, essential. But what we do need to do is make sure we leave that limited mind, leave the tools and the strategies and the all of the things encompassed in that, and come away into the unlimited mind, the spirit, the human spirit, and the body. And then we'll be able to live so happily and so successfully. So if we really work hard at realizing that the limited mind, the mind between our ears, and all the skills and strategies and so on that we've developed over the last 300 years, really, are available to us as a tool, and we can use those to enhance our digital performance, or rather presence, I should say, not performance, presence. So, yeah, it's really important that we have these things, but we also need to make sure that we are truly balanced as human beings, and especially so now with AI on the ascendance and getting more and more prominent every day. We need to make sure our own humanity is balanced enough for AI to enhance, which is the whole point. Okay, so today I'm going to talk about next week's theme. And really, in the week ahead, I'm going to be talking about how embodiment actually works in people's lives. So I'm going to be quoting lots of case studies. And so you'll see how people are beginning to step away from the addiction to the limited mind and start to work on their own bodies and spirits and unlimited minds. Okay, but before we start, let's just make a start on the embodiment side and do some gentle breathing together. Yesterday, I reminded you that we can be cleansed of digital noise. This phrase is very common now. But today we're going to be looking at how real people use embodiment to transform their businesses and their lives. Okay, so it's really important to start off with a little breathing. So just take a moment, stop what you're doing, put your cups down if you're drinking coffee or something, and let's just do a little breathing. Make sure your spine is vertical, the crown of the head is going up into the ceiling, into the sky, and the base of your spine down into your seat, or if you're standing, down through your feet. Okay, and let's just take in 3 breaths. And as we do so, please remember that we can only breathe courtesy of planet Earth and our amazing bodies that can process the raw oxygen that the Earth provides. These 2 targets for gratitude are so important every day. They are my daily targets. I wake up being so glad I could breathe all night and thanking planet Earth for providing the means whereby I can live, I can actually exist. And then my remarkable body, my lungs, which work 24/7 for 50, 60, 70, 80, even 90 years, every single day, unconditionally. Without the lungs, we couldn't process the oxygen and it would kill us eventually because there would be too many harmful components. So the lungs brilliantly filter the nutrients, retain them, and then eject all the harmful things about oxygen. So as you take your breath in, remember the earth, remember your body. Here we go. Breathing in, 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathing out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Rest. Breathing in, 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathing out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Rest. Breathing in, 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathing out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wonderful. So every day, take those 3 breaths, and as before you start, remember the earth. Remember how lucky we are to be able to live without wearing spacesuits. Planet Earth is the only planet that provides breathable gas that we know of. And it's always there. But we're damaging it. So please learn to value it, cherish it. It's your most cherishable asset. And then at the other end of the pipeline is your incredible body that processes that raw oxygen, which would kill us quite quickly if it wasn't purified. And so the lungs are there to constantly, 24/7, between 20 and 24,000 times every 24 hours, we breathe, and the lungs clean the oxygen. We would be not able to be here. We would not exist if it wasn't for planet Earth and our remarkably 100% evolved bodies. So please, whenever you breathe, please generate gratitude for these things. We take them for granted. But I promise you that gratitude is the foundation of true happiness and true success. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to start off the week this week on Monday with Lodestone Lunch, and Smita Abrahams will be joining me, I hope, to share some stories about embodiment with her clients. She does similar work to me, and I will share mine too. And yeah, we both believe so strongly that embodiment is future literacy. Other kinds of literacy, digital literacy and so on, but embodiment will become the next literacy and is becoming the next literacy. Okay, just a few glimpses of those case studies. One of my clients really regained self-trust, self-belief, self-embracement through my work with Lodestone and compass 2. There are 4 compasses I work with: the brain and the brain stem, the heart and lungs, the solar plexus at the bottom end of the breastbone, and the base chakra at the base of the spine. So compass 2 is all about breathing, really. And so one of my clients really started to trust himself because he was breathing properly from the right place with my guidance. All his anxiety dissolved away, and in its place, clarity. Yeah. If the body is functioning properly, if the nervous system is functioning properly, then you will get the most extraordinary clarity. Clarity doesn't start in the limited mind. Clarity doesn't come from the organ between your ears at all. Comes from your nervous system, deep inside the core of you. Another client was burning out, having terrible problems. Everything had crashed around her, all her dreams fractured and shattered, and her online business just disappeared because she burnt out. And once you start to burn out, you can't stop it. It just has to complete itself, and then you have to recover. Well, the whole process can take burnt out. It could well reoccur. So you should read my book, Your Body is Your Business Plan. Avoid burnout. I'll avoid it by learning how to balance your body and your spirit and your unlimited mind. Then it will never happen to you. Unfortunately, it did happen to this client. So I worked with her on compass 3 with movement and ritual, and the solar plexus, which is really our sun, our inner sun, hence the word solar. We start to work with rituals and movement, then purpose is reignited via the solar plexus. So she recovered and is now full of purpose, and she's working with me to make sure it doesn't happen again. And with my guidance, yes, once you've had burnout, it doesn't need to happen again, as long as you come and do some regular maintenance work with me. Okay. And then finally, client C, well, this person was a writer and a musician and had a complete creative block. Write, could not make music, completely paralyzed, really. And so I have vocal tone. I do quite a lot of voice work with my clients. And that's compass 1. So the brain, the brainstem, and the pineal gland, which is between the eyebrows. And so this client worked with me on her vocal tone, and really quite quickly, her ability to communicate authentically returned. So as a musician myself, and as a body worker, I have put together many vibrational methods, and I work with voice tone and the body and the spirit, and I can help you to retune your vocal tone so that truly your communication is authentic. And this is all the rage now. Presence and authenticity are the 2 things that people are crying out for in the business world, especially with AI becoming stronger and stronger. So it's really important to work with your voice, and that's what I do a lot of. Another quote from me, and this is about client C, whose authentic communication returned. Once she listened from her diaphragm, decisions simplified. So yes, if you're really using your body to detect vibrations, as we originally did long before language came along, then everything becomes clear. And so you can make clear, informed, beautifully targeted decisions because of this clarity. So those are just a few examples of many of the clients I'm working with. Yes, so I'd like to now walk you through the 10 practices. And these are the practices that I work with all the time. I'll quickly go through them and then I'll repeat them. So if you're writing this down, you can easily catch it. But don't worry, because I'll be publishing a clip from today's Our Way, Our Wealth later this week. So you'll be able to tune in and catch those again. So number 1, breath. If you work with your breath, you'll get a calm mind. 2, grounding. This involves the base chakra right at the end of your spine. This is all about security and uncertainty. 3, movement. This is about momentum rather than just speed without any strain. 4, body scan. So I do a lot of work with body scanning, and I actually ask my clients to do a body awakening scan. And from that, I can get data. It shows me how aware of their bodies they are. And then we can work on a feedback loop to make sure that the vagus nerve is relaying the right kind of biofeedback to the brain. And this will prevent any kind of burnout. Once that is working and strengthened, then you'll be really protected from burnout. Number 5, ritual. A ritual, yeah, you may associate this with religion. Abound in our daily lives. They are just repeated behaviors that make us feel safe. For example, you may like to drink tea, and I do, particularly so in the mornings when I start working at my desk. I love to have a flask of tea nearby, hot tea. That's a ritual. I go and I make it, and I choose the tea bag, and I get it the right temperature. That is a ritual. So it's not just, religious rituals. Our lives are filled with rituals. Yeah. And I can help you to change and update those so that you get more meaning and coherence in your life. Next, number 6, voice. Sorry, this is number 7. I beg your pardon. Voice. Now, your voice is all about expression. And so I can work with you on the vibrations of your voice. And I can get you to use different parts of your body to expand those vibrations or reduce them or moderate them, whatever we need. So I will get you to record me a short sample of your voice before I work with you. And that will give me lots of ideas where to start when I actually start to help you embody. And I should add at this point that I don't work as a therapist does. I'm not talking. I don't want to talk. I ask you to give me various details before I meet you or before we work together. And those are enough for me. They're just a broader outline of your problem. and your current status. And then I work purely with healing energy, with vibrational energy, meditation, mindfulness, uh, affirmations, really important affirmations, and also visualizations. Touch is number 8. Touch is all about safety. Yeah. Yes, and I live in Japan, and this is a country where touch is not taken for granted at all between people. Only certain people have the right to touch each other, and that's usually behind closed doors. So in public, people don't touch each other at all, really, hardly ever. And so, yeah, in Japan, there are so many people who are not. They're aroused easily to anxiety. Panic is very common. And this is all about safety. Unlike in the West, where we're hugging each other all the time, Japanese have more problems with safety and feeling secure. Number 9 is nature, and nature that you were born with, and with which you've probably lost touch. And getting in touch with your true nature is all about belonging, a sense of belonging. And finally, stillness. I work a lot with stillness. I'm an Alexander teacher, and I work with the power of the mind to make changes in the body, doing non-doing practice. This is so good because, yeah, we're really encouraged to take action, to do all the time, but that's not always a good thing. And so I work with stillness. And of course, stillness is all about alignment between the inner and the outer form of you. So I use my lodestone 4-compass structure, and this incorporates really timeless methods into a modern way of leading ourselves and then leading others, which is how it should be. First, we have to lead ourselves, and then we can lead others. So if you'd like to know more about lodestone and how I work, please DM me and we'll have a chat. And hopefully I can persuade you to do some work with me. Okay, we don't have much time left now, but let me just give you another quotation. As AI takes over repetition, embodiment restores revelation. Yes, so I'm spending a lot of time at the moment automating all my daily tasks with AI, and it means that I'm becoming freer and freer for time to be truly embodied and truly grounded. And this is the perfect time to start to automate so that you can really focus on you and your embodiment and your spirit and your unlimited mind. Yes, in Go High Level automation, you may have Go High Level as your CMS. There's a quotation, the body becomes the CEO. AI is the operations team. Yeah, that's so true. And then we can go a bit further back in time and see what Einstein said. He said, the intuitive mind is a sacred gift. The rational mind is a servant. Thank you, Einstein. You know, almost a century ago, he said this, and it's so true. The intuitive mind is deep inside your core. It's part of your body and your spirit, but the rational mind is between your ears, and it makes a great servant, a little bit like AI can be a fabulous servant to human beings. So please this week, notice what's going on, and also notice in your life, what kind of heart rate do you have when you're multitasking? And do you breathe before you send messages? And do you listen to your body's signals to pause? Here's a great mantra you can use. I am the conscious intelligence behind every algorithm I use. I am the conscious intelligence behind every algorithm I use. Okay, wonderful to talk to you. I hope that resonates with you. And yes, in the future, please visualize a world where leaders calibrate daily through their bodies before they calibrate their data. Superb. That's our way, our wealth this week. The wealth of awareness, automation, and aliveness, all combined. Exciting. Wonderful. Thank you so much for joining me. I really enjoy sharing all of my insights with you, and I'm very happy to talk more with you if something caught your attention. So please DM me or leave a comment below this window, and I'll get in touch with you as soon as I can. We've got an exciting week coming up. The event on Wednesday is all about somatic case studies, as I mentioned, and stories with Smith colleague. And then on Friday, we've got the Lodestone Q&A, and we're going to be looking at embodiment stories then as well. So please join me during the week and watch out for the clips that I'm going to post of Our Way, Our Wealth. Bye-bye. Have a great week ahead, and please be on your way. Thank you so much.